My name is Richard Kuhn. I'm a professor of biological sciences at Purdue University. So measles is a virus that infects only humans. It is usually prevalent in our environment. Most people would encounter it early in their age. It's been known since at least the 7th century. So measles is probably the most contagious virus we know of. There may be more, but measles is the top one. If you're in a room, 100 people, at least 90 of those people are going to catch measles if someone infected walks through. It is super contagious, and it spreads through respiratory droplets, contact. It's super easy to get infected with measles. You know, we don't really see a lot of measles nowadays, so we don't remember when everybody got infected with the virus, and usually that was in the first few years of life before there were vaccines. It is a very nasty infection. People who get measles, kids, are really very uncomfortable. 20% of people are going to be hospitalized with measles, and probably 2 or 3 out of 1,000 are going to die. And when you're talking about millions of people who might get infected with measles, we're talking about a lot of death. Measles is a respiratory virus, and so you're going to breathe it in. And so the initial site where the virus is going to be amplified is going to be in your upper respiratory tract. And then it's going to spread through the blood to lots of other organs. It becomes systemic. And so multi-organ infection. So measles is one of these viruses that we have developed great vaccines for. There's been a series of vaccines really starting in the early 60s. The one that we have right now is a live but innocuous virus that you get. It's part of a measles, mumps, rubella shot. And it's given to children, usually between the months of 12 and 15. The measles vaccine is one of the safest vaccines that we actually have. It's very attenuated, which means that when you get it, you're going to get an immune response against the virus that will protect you, but you're not going to get really any symptoms of measles. It's one of the safest vaccines that we have. Yeah, the measles vaccine was developed in the 60s, basically by taking the virus and growing it until it no longer caused disease symptoms. And we've gone through a number of new versions of it to make it safer and safer. And so the version we have probably was developed in the 80s, and it is extremely safe. It's been given to millions and millions of kids. One of the really interesting things about measles, unlike every other virus that we know, if you get infected with measles, what will happen is that you may come down with what people have called immune amnesia. So, you know, the beauty of your immune system is that when you experience a virus, either through a regular infection or whether you're vaccinated, your immune system develops what we call memory. Memory is the ability to recall if your body sees that same virus again, and it will protect you against that disease. In the case of measles, if you get infected with it, it's going to eliminate that memory for a few years. And you will be susceptible to many infections that you may have already encountered or that you were vaccinated against. So it is really a bad virus to get infected with. Not only the disease, but this immune amnesia that results from it.